is Nightfire Rocks. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, then welcome. Tonight we are reading Omniscient Reader. We are on Season 1, Episode 73. A bit of a recap. We had a pretty, so I read, 3 chapters in a row last week? And it was a pretty serious 3 chapters. You could probably realize my reactions were probably a little bit different from normal. I was really relating to it. I can relate to having personal traumas and traumatic things happening to you. And so for me, seeing Dakja overcome his traumas was it made me so excited for him, so very happy for him. And what was being said throughout there was very relatable to me anyway. So that's kind of what happened. And at the end, our little plagiarist friend killed the person, his old high school bully. And that's kind of where we're leaving off right now. So, real quickly, for the remainder of the week, we have, for the YouTube channel, the Omniscient Readers Viewpoint chapter and comparison should come out sometime this week. I'm recording after this, so after I record it, it really depends on when I have time to put it up, because it doesn't go up at my normal times. I usually release it earlier in the day and then release the stream at night. So, anyway, that is what's going on with that. Thursday, tomorrow, we have Kibera. Friday, Eliseed. We don't do anything on Saturday. And Sunday, Tower of God, new chapter reaction. Without further ado, let's get the music rolling and get started here. We will do a discussion afterwards, like we normally do. You really are a prick. The Demon King, the architect of discord, will remember the incarnation who delivered the final blow. I remember, this is funny. This happened once before, too, that we saw. The Demon King, the architect of discord, will send its subject out to search for the incarnation who delivered the final blow. Final blow, Su Young Han. How could you? Quit glaring at me. That won't change anything. Constellations aren't the only powerful beings in the star stream. There are powerful beings who've refused to become constellations and wander the scenarios. The Demon Kings. Just as the constellations have their incarnations, Demon Kings seek subjects, usually those who've become humanoid demons or devil-type monsters. Andres, the architect of discord, is a Demon King in the lower rank of the 72 Demon Kings. He's represented by wolves. Don't worry, I knew someone who was cursed by a Demon King like you. He didn't die right away. Are you trying to console me right now? Come to think of it, I wonder if Myung-go is still alive. I've been wondering that this whole time. Is that man even still breathing? Myung-go Han was cursed by the Demon King, god of wrath and lust. Huh? Final blow, Myung-go Han. You're fine. The architect of discord isn't even ranked that high. Being cursed by a Demon King will get you a lot of donations by getting favors of absolute good alignments. I don't care about the archangels. What, is this him saying that? I think it was, and her. The constellations I'm after isn't on good terms with them. Are you trying to become a subject of a Demon King? Wait, hold on. The constellation you're after? Oops. Then, they always draw her so pretty. You don't have a supporting constellation yet, do you? Omniscient Reader, Episode 73, Chapter 16, The 5th Scenario, Part 1. Hold on a minute. We need low-key music right now. It's better to hold off choosing a supporting constellation. A constellation for as long as possible. There are plenty of great constellations, and it's possible you could come across even better ones, depending on your activity. I also do not have a supporting constellation yet. I didn't excuse me. But I didn't expect someone as strong as Su Young to not have one. It's not that I couldn't, I just haven't chosen yet. You only get one shot at it, so why would I be so hasty to decide on my first regression? Your first regression? Well, you're right. But who are you going to choose? Anyone specific in mind? You'll be shocked if you knew. They've even shown interest in me. So who is it? Is she after the great sage Heaven's equal or something? Do you know of a constellation named the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon? The constellation for edgelords. Darkness, hate, destruction. I will destroy you all. Oh, he was supposed to be this person's, but he killed him at the beginning. Constellation, the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is watching you. Oh, right. Good thinking. He'd make a great supporting constellation. I wish you the best of luck. You can do it. You sure don't sound sincere. Constellation, the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is disappointed in you. Who do you have as a supporting constellation that makes you so high and mighty? No, I was just jealous. Ding, character Su Young Han has confirmed that you were telling a lie. Come here, you punk! Shriek! I know it's... Okay, fine, hold on. I'm thinking it's a monster, but it could be a human, so... I think this is it. The werewolf's headquarters. Looks like someone's already been through here. Aren't even any lookouts. Gross. What the hell is that? Personal skill, the fourth wall has nullified your emotional shock. There are a few ways for humans to transform into a humanoid demon. One way is... cannibalism! Oh, that's... absolute beasts. They feed on other humans. Most humanoid demons that accidentally become one while scavenging for food. And once they transform, they no longer hesitate to kill other humans. I guess this kind of thing makes you angry too? Of course! How can you not feel anything after seeing all this? And the prophets told me that your goal is to take over the world with the information you have. Who told you that? That's as absurd as when people called me out as a plagiarist. Take over the world? Yeah, I'd love to. But my first goal is to stop the world from ending. Why do you think I gathered the disciples? They were pretty shady, every last one of them. And they dressed funny. That's just who they were. You can't blame me for that. Bang, bang, bang. Gunshots? But I thought the whole military already died out. Regardless, you can't fight a werewolf with guns. Ooh. Werewolves' carcasses burnt to a crisp. Elemental bullets. Bullets infused with holy properties? S-49. Are these inmates? This person looks... I don't know if this is on purpose or by accident, but this person looks like someone else we know. Hey, do you remember me saying there was someone just like you at Sadio de Moon Penitentiary? That's her group over there. She's the leader. She sure acts like a renouncer, but nothing comes up on the profile when I check. They're wanderers too. They're pretty powerful, but now they've become the strongest of them all. But why didn't I see them at the battle for the Thorn? Step. Tap. Is that? That's a meteorite. Oh, excuse me. That's the meteorite that the werewolves had. So it was here all this time? That's the yellow meteorite that wards off catastrophe. Are you Dr. Kim? They know who I am? How? You must be mistaken. My name is Jung Yuk Yu. Dr. Kim is someone I absolutely hate. He isn't wrong. That's funny though. Jung Yuk Yu? You just can't stop lying, can you? What? That's right. So go tell that renouncer not to mess with me. shut up and just do as I say. We already know you're Dr. Kim. There's no use in lying. Character Seo Young Hong has confirmed the person is telling the truth. Our king has said that we will entrust you with the meteorites. What? Wait, who is this person? Not only do they know me, but now they want to just give me the meteorites? Who are you? We are the subjects of the King of the Wanderers. Is that person with the mask your king? You don't seem to have a flag. Our king does not care for such trivial things. Trivial? Here's a message from our king. We will deal with the catastrophe in the north. You deal with the remaining 4 catastrophes. That is all. Wait. Hey! What the hell are you on about? Explain yourself. What the hell? You know her too? I don't think so. This character doesn't have a registered character profile. You'll be able to browse their info once you update the character profile. Would you like to update? It's time to update already. Update complete. New character has been added. Character profile. Ding! Character profile name. Yongran Cho, age 37, supporting constellation, Josian's top spiritualist. Personal attribute, runaway model, prisoner, normal, enforcer, justice, rare. Personal skill, prison escape level 3, patience level 6, enforcement time level 3, shooting level 4, stigma transformation level 2. Woo! Overall stats, stamina level 30, strength and level 34, agility level 36, mana level 28. Overall evaluation, character evaluation is currently in progress. The character is currently using a starter pack. The character is currently using the growth package. What? Josian's top spiritualist? I didn't know there was an incarnation who had Giannucci as their supporting constellation. Constellation, Josian's top spiritualist is watching you warily. May not be as powerful as a judge, but she even has the Enforcer class, which is almost as good. That's how powerful is the king if her subject is at this level. Personal skill, character profile activated. Character's information cannot be viewed using character profile. Thump. No way. Thump, thump. The character does not have a registered character profile. Thump, 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 thump. Seems to be somebody he knows. Aww, don't tell me it's his mother. We already know there's some kind of shit going on with her. Sub-scenario, survival activities, category sub, difficulty C+, clear conditions, survive the ruined city for 10 days. You must eat 3 meals a day, sleep for 6 hours every night, pay your survival fee of 500 coins before going to sleep. If you fail to perform any of the 3 conditions, you will be met with a penalty. Duration 10 days, reward none. Penalty upon failure is death. This is a scenario where the coin event is applied. All monsters that appear during the scenario will have a chance to drop coins when defeated. This was a relatively shorter chapter. I mean, I guess, considering the past few chapters that were a little bit longer and had more context to them, a shorter chapter offsets it nicely, but it is a bit shorter. They said what I say! Well, I didn't even get a chance to read it. Is the king his mom? I don't know if the king is his mom, but that woman next to them, I don't know if that was insinuated to be the king, because they asked if that was the king, but they sounded as if the king wasn't there. I don't know. It could be. But anyway, that woman that was in there that he freaked out about, I was like, wait, is that his mom? Is the king his mom? The flashback kind of reminds me of how he always speaks so wearily of his mom, like she killed someone. And that flashback kind of reminds me of that. Edit, there's a spoiler in the replies. Spoilers were reported and deleted. Awesome. Sorry, but I can't really do anything about them other than warning you. It's okay, my girl, my dude, my whatever, you get me. I'm guessing it's the Arthur, or someone he's related to. I don't think it's the Arthur. Someone he's related to is definitely one of the lines. That's the only way they would know for sure he's Doctor, right? Either way, I can't wait to see where it leads. That is, that I was kind of thinking that too, like, I was kind of thinking to myself that it was really weird that they knew who he was, which means that it has to have been somebody who knew he'd be alive, for one. Two, I don't think it would be anybody from his main group, because why would they hide their identities? And they were also sent to other parts. There was a little bit of foreshadowing when he got sent there about his mom to begin with. At least I think so. If I'm remembering that correctly, that's what happened. And he got put in the office building. So there's a lot to suggest that that is his mom. Lazy Bro Weeb. And he's in the top where he belongs. The constellation Lazy Broke Weed bids good luck with the choice of constellation of the incarnation HSY. The constellation Lazy Broke Weave sees flashbacks of the fourth scenario upon seeing the meteorite. 5 coins have been sponsored. Doctor's current I'm Jungie Up counter 2. They didn't buy it this time. So quick question. Anyone else ever think that the secretive plotter constellation could be the author? Slight spoils and comments be warned. I'm not gonna look at the replies, but I have thought that maybe the secretive plotter was the author. That to me does seem pretty plausible. Abyssal Black Flame Dragon constellation Chunies? I'm not sure what that word is. That panel previewing the constellation was seriously beautiful. I can't wait to see more of them. I go off of this. I'm trying not to, I know I did it again now, but I'm trying not to always just comment on the artwork, but it's really hard not to. The artwork is insanely gorgeous and very well detailed and very well colored, so it's really, really hard not to go off about it. Can't we talk about how badass they drew the woman in this chapter, please? Youngren character profile looks so good. They all looked pretty cool. It's his mom, I feel it, guys. I think we all feel that. YouTube people. No spoils. If you read the novel, do not spoil. I know some of you guys, that's like an itch for you. I know. It's very hard not to say. I get sometimes in my comments on YouTube, people will share minor spoilers here and there, but really, really try to refrain from doing that because I want to be as surprised as possible. If it's stuff that we've already come across and I'm forgetting, feel free to share. But if it's stuff that we haven't come across yet, then don't share it. Not even minor spoilers. Can we all just appropriate the research the author of Omniscient Reader had to do to make the constellation's actual cultural and historical figures? The author did the prep work and it was successful, and I respect that mindset. See, I'm not sure if the author of the webtoon did all that extra work or if it was already in the novel and they took it from the novel. Because I am still reading the novel. But either way around, they did do some pretty good prep work. Holy wow, it's so fun to read the comments having finished the book. I love the theories y'all are coming up with. It's like I'm experiencing it anew. You know, this is the best thing after you've read something. I do this quite a bit too, and I know a lot of you guys who go to my YouTube channel are also doing it. That's the whole reason I created my YouTube channel. Well, originally it was a gaming channel, but I didn't do too many gaming stuff. I switched pretty quickly over to doing this. And that's because during Tower of God's very long year away, I had to fill the void with Tower of God some other way. And what I would do was I'd watch other people react to it for the first time, which a lot of people did when they realized maybe we weren't going to get a season 2, or they felt like it was a good time to catch up because there was no more stuff coming out for a while. Whatever it was, I went on there and I watched people read Tower of God for the first time, and I really, really loved that. And my mindset from watching that was, I would love to be able to do this for other people and react and have fun with stuff they love too. And here I am. It is a very awesome experience to watch somebody love something the way you love it. And the double-edged sword of that is, it can be very aggravating to watch something you love be hated by it as well. I try not to outwardly hate stuff, and so far, the webtoons that have been suggested to me, I have thoroughly enjoyed. So it hasn't been too much of a problem. But I fear the day that something is suggested to me that I don't necessarily like and I can't get into, and it's going to hurt their feelings. And just a heads up, that's not my intention. It's never going to be my intention to directly hurt someone's feelings. If I decide I don't like it, I'll probably read about 30 chapters of it and move on to the next thing. That way, there's enough on here that you can read, but the thing is to keep in mind, not everybody, I've mentioned this a few times ago, I do not like I'm okay with suspense, but I'm not a big fan of horror genre. That stuff is just not my cup of tea. And other people love it. And so if I were talking to somebody who loved horror and I hated horror, then obviously we probably wouldn't click. And so on and so forth, So there's probably going to be stuff in the future that I read that I'm just not into, and it's not even a slight against the creator or the webtoon or whatever it is. It's just more of it's just not for me kind of thing. Katie J just got rid of one trauma. This is Kim Dokja. Just got rid of one trauma, and now another one pops up. Just let the man be happy already. The underlying theme seems to be to make Dokja sad. Exciting to finally see Demonic Judge of Fire, Great Sage, Heaven's Equal, and Secret of Water, even if it's only their silhouettes. I've been dying to see how they portray the first one. I don't want to reveal their names in case people didn't figure it out from the modifiers. I think the author would be a much bigger character, someone like the Constellation, so I'm betting it's Doctor's mother or some other relative who read TWSA on Doctor's account, so it didn't know in the novel statistic. Here's the thing. We know it's gotta be someone he knows because, one, there was no character profile. And what we have learned is if they don't have a character profile, it's most likely somebody who's either read the novel to a certain extent or read the novel to a certain extent or knows him personally, and so he can't see them as a character because he knew him before. So it seems to me very likely that it's I would say it's probably more specifically his mom, but it could be somebody maybe he went to high school with too. Remember, Doctor's 28 years old, so there's quite a bit of places, Maybe it was somebody, I don't know. I don't think it's ever mentioned his dating life, but maybe it was somebody he dated, or maybe it was somebody from school, or maybe it's somebody who he worked with prior. You don't know. So it could be a lot of stuff. I do think that it is his mom, just because there's been a lot of hints being dropped at the series so far that he's got major trauma with his mom. But you don't know yet. We don't know. Well, the novel readers know. But you're not going to say anything, right? I'm looking at you. I have never second-guessed myself to spend coins for ORV manhwa every time new chapters is out. This was already part of my monthly commitment. Alas, what the hell is up with Soo-young's dialogue at early page? Her first regression? She didn't even have regression stigma. That's a strange way to describe first sponsor selection. Yeah, that kind of confused me too, I will say. Because I was like, she's not a regressor. Doctor really tried to pull that I am you Chung-yuck shit again. Lol. Yeah, they didn't buy it this time. As someone who read the whole novel, I'm absolutely a fan of the way Soo-young and the King of Wonders are introduced in the story. Is now starting, and I hope we will have the whole novel in webtoon. Most likely we will get the whole novel. Typically people don't stop halfway through. So the whole novel will be adapted. Unless something happens. But right now, I don't think so. I've read the novel. I was so confused at this point, but it turned into one of the most important plot points in Doctor's story. Did she just say her first regression? Yeah, she did. And that was confusing to me too. She did, pending the accuracy of the translation. She's aware of regressions from TWSA and may well believe that she'll be able to pull off doing them herself, in which case her first run of things would be her first regression, I guess. That's kind of what I thought too, but she very nonchalantly said she was a regressor then, and I don't think so. But she could naively believe that everybody is a regressor and this is her first regression. I don't know. I think it may have been a mistranslation though, because I feel like if it was the case, then Daksha would have been like, yo, you wrong. He would have let her slide with that one. Whenever y'all think you're cringe, stop and remember all the times Kim Doctor confidently says he's Yu Jung-yuck. It's fun watching people trying to predict what will happen, even though I already know most of the answers. I would assume for you novel readers that is pretty fun. Just to hear all the theories and everything going on. At this point, I don't know who does it better, Doctor or Webtoon, in getting coins out of their viewers or readers. Do you know Greek history? Do you know perhaps Odysseus? Hello, I'm watching you people. How are you doing? Odysseus always hides his identity when encountering an unknown group of people or a person, and Doctor's doing the same thing. Odysseus was ready to put himself in dagger for his people. Daksha's doing the same. Odysseus knew when to attack and when to kill. He never killed out of the joy or without reason, and Daksha's the same. Okay, fair enough. So glad this is a yes, unfortunately. Have you read the chapter on your own yet, or were you waiting to hopefully catch it with me? So glad this is a welcoming and I can continue supporting the author. I recommend you read the web novel, to which is finished. It just keeps getting better. I do read the web novel. Very slowly, I will add, because I don't want to catch up to the thing. Because right now, they're on chapter 16, I think is what it said. And, well, we're on episode 72, chapter 16, so we would catch up really quickly. Oh my god! Uriel Silhouette. I don't know who that is, so that's probably a spoiler. I am going to report that. Yo, there's no way that's not his mom because of the way he talked about her and the fact she already knew him and not having a profile. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way that isn't his mom. So first we got the big Oni-san, Humion, and the popular girl, Min, the tsundere, Suyang, and now the MILF. That's rude. Doctor's mom, assuming it's her. Reading it, I got the feeling that go to chapter 32 for a tie-in. You right now? Like in the webtoon, or I'm controversial. Okay. Let's go to chapter 32 then. Okay, chapter 32. Where are we going? That is after it eats the ghost crystals. So this is the ghost crystals, right? You know what it was, right? Even if you did, you wouldn't be able to use it. Chomp. So this is right after. I'm trying to go slow here. Illusory prison has been activated. I'm not sure. Is this Doctor? Is this right here? Is that what it's referring to? Yeah, his mom. I totally forgot because she was in the prison, so she killed somebody. And is that the trauma? Is that his father? Have been diminished temporarily due to increased immersion. Thud. No. Throb. Anything but this memory. Throb, throb, throb. I have to resist. See someone familiar. It looks like the girl that we just saw. As far as the person on the ground, no. But this person, yes, does look really familiar. I pretty much know that girl has to be, or that woman has to be his mom. I'm pretty sure this is his mom, assuming. We don't know that for sure yet, but it seemed pretty obvious when he started freaking out at the end. When Doctor gets the traumatic flashes, yeah. When he gets the traumatic flashes, and it typically comes to this woman. So that's kind of... It was kind of a foreshadow, but for me, it also kind of gave it away. And a lot of people picked up on that, too. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's her. It's almost basically confirmed, I think, that it's her. Let's take a look. Let me turn the music back on here. Let's see. Trying to find where it was. For a scenario in which the first instruction is to eat 3 times a day and sleep 8 hours, we sure don't see them seeking food or shelter a lot. That is true. I was thinking that, actually. Check the hair color. Yeah, it's the same hair color. It's the same statue kind of thing, too. She's just got her face covered. See, and here's the traumatic thing right here. He only freaked out like this, too. Gotta put you on audio only, BRB. Okay. It looks exactly the same. There's no way it's not her. Let's see. For a scenario in which the first instruction... Okay, yeah, we read that one. You know, I think I'm gonna reread the entire series again. The way I'll have at least one episode to read when I get back to this episode. I read the character profile as runway model, then runaway model, and finally runaway model prisoner. I think I read it like that too. Hold on. Let's take a looky here. Runaway model prisoner. Oh, yeah. You're right. It's run. I was confused. I was like, why does it matter if she's a model? The stream keeps freezing. I think it may be something on your end, because I think you said that to me last time, and after the stream ended, if it was freezing for me on here, then the video would have skips in it like it did before when I was multi-streaming, and it didn't. So I'm not entirely sure. Translate. Yeah, I do agree. I mentioned this a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Webtoon, because they weren't always like this, you know, like the translations being so bad. And I keep saying this, Tower of God fans are really, really pissed about this right now. I mean, it's not that they shouldn't be, but they are like one of the fandoms that's beyond pissed about it. And I was thinking, you know, there's got to be a reason this is happening with Webtoon. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. And part of that is maybe they're understaffed. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. Oh, I'm sorry. Twitch is just some tiny with me. Yeah, you know, sometimes when I'm watching people on Twitch too, it will act up. But I did check it for you last time it happened, and there was no delays or anything in the video afterwards. And it will record the exact same way as it streams, because I download the videos from Twitch. So whatever's there on Twitch is what I will get. So in the past, there has been things where it just completely cuts out and it'll restart up and then cut out again and restart up. But that didn't happen last time. And I don't think that's happening now, because it would let me know. So you guys can't see this screen, but for me, I have the software up, and that's how I'm reading your comments and everything. And if there was something going on, there would be a red triangle, and it would typically say, hey, your internet is slowing down, or there's something going on, blah, blah, blah. And it's not saying that. To me, it looks like everything's running fine. Most comments are wondering who is King of the Wanderers, and I'm here, can't stop giggling over a Han Suyang delusion. That's an absurd as when people call me plagiarist. Her audacity. Well, you know what? That is pretty true. Necromancer. Every looks fine on my end. Also, hello. Yeah. I don't know. Everything looks fine on my end too, so sorry about that. I'm watching you people. Dakja, stop indirectly insulting the big black lizard. Don't you see that you're making it sad? Oh. Lol, they post up all boss and then say, hey, we got the street. You can take care of the rest of the city. Gee, thanks. I was like, they're 2 people to a whole ass army over there. Off topic from the main part of this chapter. But gotta love it when the plagiarist says, that's as absurd as when people call me out as a plagiarist. She's so lovable. I'm late, so I guess a small amount of people would notice this, but I'll still proceed. When asked about why isn't she has a constellation yet, she answered, we only get 1 chance to choose, so isn't it strange to use up the 1 chance in the very first round itself? Just like when Dakja did. Yeah, didn't she didn't mention anything about regressions. It wouldn't make sense. I guess another reason to read somewhere else. Yeah, that was definitely a mistranslation. I will say, I say this to Tower of God fans too. I don't care if people read elsewhere. Just make sure you're coming back and at least liking the chapter. If that is the bare minimum you do, then do that. Because, like, my theory, obviously, I'm not a Webtoon employee. I don't know what's going on there. But if I was using logic, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, everywhere is basically understaffed right now. So I would assume they are too. And my logic would be that if they're understaffed, and they have a lot of webtoons, Omniscient Reader, Tower of God, Cubera, all the likes, there's far more webtoons than just the ones that we typically read. And they have to choose, they basically have to pick and choose what they're going to translate first and what comes second, third, fourth, fifth, so on. And then they also have to prioritize that by when it's coming on in the weeks. So I would think that they're prioritizing what's popular first, and this one's pretty popular. So the translations to me aren't as bad as some of the other stuff I read. I just use audio only when their stream freezes. So yeah. So I would say it's not as bad as some of the other stuff I read. Obviously we all want a good translation. And I can finally hear ya. Well, that's good at least. But I don't know. I honestly, the thing that really stinks about Webtoon 2 is I feel like in the past I don't know, maybe you guys know this too, but I feel like in the past they were far more transparent about when stuff was going on. So it's really weird that they haven't been as transparent. And a good example of that was like what happened a few months ago when they changed offices with the copyright, or they got a new copyright people. And those people then went on and literally copyrighted everybody whoever did a webtoon. And here's the crazy thing about Webtoon. Let's look, right? So this is the whole page here. On other things, when you're going through, right? And if you ever fast pass, I'll show you. Anywhere throughout this, right now, tell me if you see anything that warns you of copyright. Let's just look. So far, nothing that mentions it. Nothing at all. Very pretty drawings, but nothing that mentions it. Still nothing. Still nothing. So as you can see, there's nothing that says on the episode anything about copyright, correct? Now, if you were to fast pass the episode, this is this week's chapter. If you were to fast pass the episode, and I do have quite a few webtoons that I do fast pass on, at the very top here, there would be a warning in black and red that would say that basically these are the raws and any kind of distribution is illegal, blah, 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 blah. And it gives you a copyright notice then. But they take it off when the chapter comes out. So this would make these chapters fair use. There's nothing warning you here against copyright. And what happened back several months ago is that the people they hired, you guys may have heard this, may have not, but the people they hired came in, basically told all creators, gave them strikes, not even warnings to take down the stuff, straight up strikes. A lot of people ended up getting banned for it. And they striked people's videos and basically said, you can't talk about our stuff, you can't show our stuff, you can't do anything. Now, the crazy thing about that was they were like giving strikes to videos that just like showed like maybe her picture right here and nothing else. And it was just like a talking point and not even anything to do, and they were still striking that. And they eventually got it solved. But it was crazy to me that Webtoon had no idea that it was going on. And maybe they didn't, but it was very sketchy. And it seems like ever since then, and then up to now, the translation stuff has been going on. And I don't necessarily know why, but I do know that they did resolve that problem, because it's super weird for Webtoon to say that content creators can't use their stuff when they promote it and they even say, hey, once you get 10,000 followers and you read our stuff like I do, or, do content, then you can become a webtoon ambassador. And they'll pay you to literally read their webtoons. And so it was super weird that they were like, that the copyright people were coming after. There hasn't been any problems since they rectified the situation, but it was still so weird. And I know, like, a lot of people are like, just be careful because that may happen again. I don't know if it'll happen again. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be all for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you see this on Twitch and you haven't already followed, please make sure to follow. If you see this later on YouTube, like and subscribe. And I will see you guys all tomorrow for some Cubera. Bye-bye!